brutalizing, stop it from dissing. If I'm in it, I own it. Put the keys in ignition. I hope your seatbelt get fastened. I'm known for massive harassing, having to snatch ass off the mic, grab you and slap you. Come here, shut up. I know you ain't gonna do it no more. You saying my name, you must be looking for me. Here I go. What you won't do, what you gon' do. We can do it whenever, however you want to. Entrepreneur soldiers, guns galore. Watch them burn, bitch, burn like a flamethrower. Rockin' all sharp as a bullseye, hard strung as a python. Whole addicted, they fight on. Soon as I cut my mic on, niggas getting humble, no stumble, fumble, MCs I crumble. Come through like the reaper, so deadly you don't wanna rumble. That's right, don't panic, Mr. Cold the mechanic. Sank you like a torpedo, gigantic as the Titanic. Rise, I'm humming, keep humming. I'ma keep coming, grabbing you woman, but the drummer still drumming. Hard hitter, bullshitter, head splitter with bitter. Assassinator, rookie killer, like Adolf Hitler. Mandingo, warrior, opponents get crushed. I'm too cool to be moved, too fucking much to be touched. Got them dangling and jangling, so that shit when they hit this. Fight me like a Viking, bitch, I'm tragic like a terrorist. Think you don't like me, and I've yet to begin. You'd rather be my enemy, cause I'm a deadly friend. So stay the fuck from around me, or I make myself live. Unless you looking for the man, cause the man right here. 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 Chastised and brutalizing, stop it from dissing. If I'm in it, I own it. Put the keys in ignition. I hope your seatbelt get fastened. I'm known for massive harassing, having to snatch your ass off the mic, grab you and slap you. Come here, shut up. I know you ain't gonna do it no more. You saying my name, you must be looking for me. they get their fight on. Soon as I cut my mic on, niggas getting humble, no stumble, fumble, MCs I crumble. Come through like the reaper, so deadly you don't wanna rumble. That's right, don't panic, Mr. Cold the mechanic. Sank you like a torpedo, gigantic as the Titanic. Rise, I'm humming, keep humming, I'ma keep coming. Grabbing you woman, but the drummer still drumming. Hard hitter, bullshitter, head splitter with bitter. Assassinator, rookie killer, like Adolf Hitler. Mandingo, warrior, opponents get crushed. I'm too cool to be moved, too fucking much to be touched. Got them dangling and jangling, so that shit when they hit this. Fight me like a Viking, bitch, I'm tragic like a terrorist. Think you don't like me, but I've yet to begin. You'd rather be my enemy, cause I'm a deadly friend. So stay the fuck from around me, or I make myself live. Unless you looking for the man, cause the man right here. 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 Somebody said that you was looking for me.
Welcome back to The Breakdown. I am DELACREMEDELA, your privileged host, and this is another live episode of The Breakdown. Today, we are going to do something a little fun. It's going to be less work for me because we're actually going to watch some work that's already been done. Bars. We are actually going to take a look at a video that was put together about 3 weeks ago. I told you guys that I watched it. I mentioned it. I shouted it out. But I felt like if I covered it, then I would be keeping you guys from watching it on the creator's channel. And I didn't want to do that. Because this creator is doing a great job growing their channel, and I wanted to make sure they got all the views that they deserve. So I waited 21 days like we do in magic. I waited 21 days and I went ahead and decided to go ahead and cover this tonight, because you know we've had a really good time keeping our foot on niggas' necks lately. We've covered Jaguar Wright again. We had to go ahead and put that surprise witness on notice that we don't put up with that bullshit around these ports. And I thought it'd be a good idea for us to take a step back and take a look at some work that's recently been done by Random News on Jedidiah Brown. Yes, stinking old what is it? What do they call him? Doo-doo Brown? Yeah, I thought it'd be a good idea. So that's what we're going to do tonight. I'm sorry, tonight for me, to this morning for y'all. It is currently 8:41 p.m. here in South Korea. It is 7:41 p.m. in Beijing, China. It is 7:41 a.m. in New York. It is 6:41 a.m. in Houston, Texas. It is also 5:41 a.m. in Denver, and it is 4:41 a.m. 6:41 a.m. in Houston. I'm sorry, Houston, Pastor, you got me confused. It's 4:41 a.m. in Mexico. So I wanted to go ahead and come to you. Sorry if I say that tonight, that's because I'm in Korea, and you know how that is. I'm 17 hours ahead of California and Mexico, so I tend to get the time confused. So let me go ahead and jump into the house rules real quick, then I will jump into the roll call. If you'd like to be included in the roll call, please go ahead and drop your name or whatever in the chat. Say hello to me and the Breakdown crew, and I'll make sure I mention you. I will invite you early to please go ahead and hit that like button. I don't really have to worry about a lot of hate watchers on this one, because I think pretty much we did a good job of making sure everybody knew who Jedidiah Brown was. He lost his own producer. His own producer started a whole show exposing him. His own super producer started a whole show exposing him. So I think we don't have to worry about too many hate watchers, but I do invite you to go ahead and hit the like button if you would. Share this link. It is also available on Patreon for you to watch later. Okay, so let's get started. House rule number 1. House rule number one is really, really simple. House rule number one is also very, very necessary, especially when we talk about scam artists, con artists, vagabonds. Okay. House rule number one is this is not a no judgment zone. You probably saw it up on the screen a little bit earlier. I'll put it up again for you just in case. Just in case you need a little reminder, because this is not a no judgment zone. Somebody actually put in in a comment the other day, "Oh, don't judge her. You obviously haven't watched my show." Don't judge her. Oh, you in the wrong place to tell me that, because this is not a no judgment zone. This is a place where we actually use our eyes and we use our ears and we use both sides of our brain and we allow ourselves to see what needs to be said, okay? To say what needs to be said. House rule number two, before I jump into the roll call, is also that this is not for children, because we talking about Doo Doo Brown, and you never know, you know. Doo Doo Brown committed a fake suicide attempt. Remember? Doo Doo Brown got in a fight and got his ass whooped. Started a fight and got his ass whooped. Remember? Doo Doo Brown was selling cannabis for the anal pleasures. Remember? So you never know. He had a monkey walking around in a diaper. Shout out to Cairo. Cairo, I have not been making fun of you being euthanized. It's not funny to me. I don't think it's funny that you got euthanized. I just think that, you know, it's Jedidiah Brown. You just happen to have the wrong owner. Sorry, baby. You should have been somebody else's monkey. You did not deserve to be walking around in no diaper, in pictures straddling no teddy bear, or being taught how to steal wallets. Like, that wasn't your destiny. So hopefully when you reincarnate, Cairo, you come back as something else. Okay, yeah, that's right. Choose compassion. Put the ear pods in, because this one is not for children. But I do have conversations with my daughter all the time. She used to have she had about 2 or 3 weeks where she decided she was going to be a liar. And it's like, don't you see how we talk about the Jedidiah Browns and the Jason Houses and the Tiffany Henyards and the Aretha Belchers? Do you really want to be a liar? Because I'll expose you. Okay? Okay, so she made some new decisions with her life after that. House rule number two, again, is this is not for children. House rule number three is also very simple. I had to bring it up again the other night. Just stay on topic. That's all I ask. Just stay on topic. That's all I ask. And I guess I'll say house rule number 4, since it needed to be mentioned a couple days ago. If this is a conversation you're entering to not as a Black American person, just be very careful what you say about Black people. Because I know some people, especially white people in America, love to watch Black people drag Black people. But y'all don't like us to drag you. Okay? So keep that same energy. Okay? We can talk about our own, but can't nobody else talk about us. Okay? All right? Okay. I feel like I got something in my bra. Popcorn or something. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into the roll call. Choose compassion. I'm so happy to see you here. I went on ahead and rolled the show back an hour early because I felt myself starting to get kind of sleepy. And I was like, you know what? I might want to start this show a little early. So we might have some folks rolling in the next hour or so. I'm so glad you're here. Shout outs to you and all the work that you've done. You actually will be mentioned in this show tonight, just so you know. So is it you? I think it's you. It might be you. It might be another content creator. But you definitely did some great work on Dalton. You were the one that helped us see that not only was Dalton broke, but Dalton been broke, baby. They spin in the cycle. Oop, I didn't realize I still had that up on the screen. 2013, honey. Dalton was broke and they did the same exact thing. What they do in 2013, call a roll. They did a vote to get some more of the taxpayers' money misappropriated to cover some more bills. Remember? Thank you for the work that you've done on Dalton so much. And I'm so glad that you're here. Okay? Awesome to see you. Well, let's go on and get into the work that Random News did. He did I thought Random News was going to lay low a little bit. We'll see. But Random News is that man. Do you hear me? Random News is that man. It's been my pleasure to cover his work and make sure you guys know what he's working on. Aretha Belcher, honey. Aretha Belcher. Ain't no way. Okay, Aretha Belcher. You know exactly who I'm talking about too. I know you do. Oh, well, it's my pleasure to inspire you. Choose compassion. I think that's something we've done for each other. I would like to say that you are a brilliant woman. You are absolutely brilliant, and much more soft-spoken than me. So I learned a lot from you. Absolutely. All right, let's go ahead and get it in. I did go ahead and download this video so it would be as effortless as possible. So let's go ahead and get it going.
Warning. The following video contains explicit language, which may be offensive to some viewers or inappropriate for children. The content within this video is intended for mature audiences only.
Handala, 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 woo! Let me speak in tongues real quick. Because, y'all, my defamation attorney, because I've been building this case for 10 years.
Here we go.
Against random news.
10 years, huh?
What's up, Eyes? Welcome in.
Only been around for 6. But hell, what's the Jedidiah video if he didn't start it off with a lie, right?
Okay.
As you can see, your boy's big mad. And you're about to learn all about it. In episode 34, Jedidiah Brown, crashing out in Dalton. Now, it's been about 6 months since I talked about this movie. Yet he can't stop thinking about me. Which is funny since he went out of his way to tell his audience.
I don't care about that. You know, they too little for me to be even focusing on that.
And don't forget he said this.
We're not going to be doing this back and forth. I keep on saying that, and I mean that. I
know, Eyes. We on the same time zone.
We're not giving these people what they're hoping for, and that's relevance, clout, resources, whatever.
Now this dude goes out of his way to tell me how irrelevant my channel is to him. Yet now he wants to sue, which is fucking hilarious. But before we get to his epic crash out, let's get caught up on what your boy's been up to for the last 6 months.
Okay, so let me just say something real quick because I feel like I got to jump in here. First of all, let me say this. Just bring it back to our remembrance, as we used to say in the church. If you hear Jedidiah say anything about resources, he means money. Let me also remind you that I do have an entire collection on Patreon called The Takedown of Jedidiah Brown. I think there's 181 videos. Oh, yes, we did that work, honey. 181 original videos in that collection. Those are all videos that we created together as a breakdown crew. You can either go in, if you're already a member on Patreon in one of the paid tiers, you can watch all of those videos as much as you want. If you don't want to subscribe to Patreon, you can just buy the collection, okay? You can buy the entire collection and it's all yours to catch up on that old Jedidiah Brown. And if you want to know which collection that is, look for Anderson. Look for Anderson. He probably got about $300 in his hand that he never saw again after he took that picture. I just want to bring it back to your remembrance who we talking about today. Let's go.
For this episode. You see, after the last episode, your boy tried to take a side quest, and he left Dalton to run down to Flint to try to pull off the grip.
He tried it.
The thing is, the people saw him coming, and they didn't let that shit happen at all.
Now, let me say this, because this is the breakdown. And as much as I don't want to work tonight because I'm chilling, I just had a beautiful dinner with my daughter, ate some tangerines, ate some fish, and some lamb and a whole bunch of other good shit. I still got to work a little bit because I do have to follow fair use. So I will be jumping in here appropriately. I am from Grand Rapids, Michigan. I have two hometowns, Pasadena, California, and Grand Rapids, Michigan. Grand Rapids is about 2 hours from Flint. Excuse me. Most of my friends from high school got people in Flint. I got people in Flint. I made the necessary phone calls. My father was actually an overseer of the Full Gospel Baptist Church, and part of his territory was Flint. So I made some very, very high-level conversations. When I was in America, I had some very high-level conversations, and I let them know this nigga was coming. I sent them the work that needed to be sent. This nigga, because, our ancestor had been ascended. What's his name? Eric. Help me remember your name, sir. The one who used to cuss out the mayor and them. He had already ascended. But I made sure that my people knew who Jedidiah Brown was and that he was coming. And the word was, oh, baby, you ain't even got to worry about that. Because I'm going to tell you something about Michigan. Okay, I don't know much about Illinois, but because I know Eric Mays, thank you so much. Choose Compassion. Shout out to Eric Mays. Rest in power. Don't rest. We need you. I'm sorry. We can't let you rest yet. We need you. We got a lot of work to do. So I might even channel you a little bit tonight. But he said, come on, sister. I'm ready. That damn Eric Mays. Listen, that's why this ain't for kids too, because we talk to dead people. But you know, in Michigan, we have a code. You know, from what I understand, Illinois is a very corrupt state. Very, very corrupt. There, I said, DELACREMEDELA said the Raven, baby. I sure did. There is from what I understand, in Chicago, in the Chicago area, the southern Southlands, or whatever they call them, scamming people, juking people is just a way of life. Well, in Michigan, we don't get down like that. We don't. Michigan, black people in Michigan have a code. You have to remember, a lot of people don't know this. Jedidiah Brown don't know this. Flint, Saginaw, and Benton Harbor, all three of those cities were settled by slaves. Once the slaves were free from the South, they went to some of them went to Michigan and started their own towns. Flint was one of them. Okay, so there is a code. There's a way that we treat each other. There's a way that we honor each other. No, they may not have no grass in their front yard. No, they may still be miseducated and disenfranchised by their oppressors, but they're not going to allow anyone inside of the bubble to be oppressive or corrupt. It's just not something you hear about. You don't hear about Flint people talking about, I paid whatchamacallit to buy me a half-price plane ticket and they scammed me. It just doesn't go down like that. It's not the culture. So you're not going to hear about a lot of people like Jedidiah Brown being able to go through a place like Flint and come out unscathed. Okay, because it's just not the culture. We don't get down like that. I'm not from Flint. I used to get offended when people would ask me if I was from Flint, because I work very hard not to present myself like I'm from Flint. But Flint is still my people. They call us uppity in Grand Rapids. You uppity Grand Rapids people, because we got clean streets and nice front yards and stuff. But we still the same people. Those are still my people. So I did reach out. I did let people know that this nigga kept saying he was coming, and I let them know everything they needed to know about him. And because of the family that I come from, because of my lineage, because of my bloodline, because of the legacy that my parents left, they trusted me. On my daddy's word, they trusted me. Okay, when you have parents, and you'll see why I said that in a minute, as Random News talks about the Jedidiah Brown, aka Doodoo Brown. When you have parents who have a legacy and are trustworthy and have built a community and didn't try to tear it down or take from it, you can go to your parents' people or anybody who knew your parents, and just by the right of my maiden name, I got respect in the community. Okay, so I don't have to go in telling no lies about building no basketball rims and trying to groom boys at a shoe store and all that other bullshit. I have a father and a mother who left a very good name where they live. They did a whole parade when my daddy died. Okay, we went through the city, all the places where he owned. Okay, all the buildings that he owned, throughout the time that he was in the city. So I made sure Jedidiah Brown didn't have anything to land on, but there were still some numbnuts, some unfortunately elders. Well, I don't call them elders, I call them old niggas, because there's a difference. There were still a couple of them who embraced him. Hopefully they found out. But let Random News get back to work.
He also made a fool out of a woman he claimed to be helping to run for office.
Big Dick Energy with Jedidiah.
Wearing a shirt that says Big Dick Energy with Jedidiah, and his name spelled wrong. And I wish he didn't have his face covered, so I can tell you're looking at the face of a whole goofy.
Man.
There'll be plenty of opportunities for that in this video. So spark up and let's watch your boy crash out in Flint.
And I've only been doing it 1.5 days, and it pisses me off that motherfuckers are more concerned about who's coming to help versus figuring out how.
Thank y'all for hitting that like button. I see you.
I feel some kind of way if a motherfucker fly into their city and they live down the damn street, they not getting involved in historic events like this.
Now here he is going off on the other activists that are already in Flint. The people that didn't ask him to come there in the first place.
Right.
Because they already know that all he's going to do is grift and bring chaos. And as you can see, he's already on the right path.
What the meaning doesn't match when I'm looking at on the ground. It should be droves of people out there based on what we saw on the ground in the city council meeting. So I'm not interested in going to another city council meeting, because the people doing the real work is outside, and that's where everybody else should be. Going and talking to the devil, getting a warning, making some grandstanding statement, and then getting censored and kicked out ain't doing shit.
So basically he's doing the same thing he does in Dalton at every city council meeting.
Liddell can do that.
And let me say this. I had given criticism to Jedidiah Brown when he was in Dalton because I said, you're not leading any actions. You got these people looking like monkeys in a city council meeting. I've led actual action. See, I'm an actual activist, not an actorvist. And it don't involve all no yelling and screaming and a whole bunch of hoopla. I won't say what I've done because I might do it again, okay? And I don't want nobody to see me and my people coming. But I've actually led actions at city council meetings that sparked change. We got the city of Charlotte Mecklenburg to release the body cam footage of when Keith Lamont Scott was murdered. And in that body cam footage, we saw the police officers kick a gun over to him where there was no gun before. Because we demanded in a city council meeting that footage was released. We had about 10 demands. You can actually do things. And see, the thing is, Jedidiah Brown's not intelligent. He's not an intelligent person. He's a agent provocateur. So he's really good at getting attention and with that bisexual energy. I mean, I'm a bisexual too. I get it. But then bisexual men are something else, honey child. They are something different. Okay, they operate completely different. And so he's real good at getting attention, but he's not very good at doing actions. Actual activist type work to make things change. He'll cause a fight. He'll have people opening newspapers when the mayor starts speaking, but none of them niggas will get up and walk out because they want attention, because they want to be on camera, because they want to be in the next WGN headline. So he's never ever actually done actions. That's why he don't want to go. And he also knows that the Flint City Council meetings do not have a lot of people. There are not a lot of people at those meetings, so he's not going to get a lot of shine. So he would much rather be outside, the opposite of activism. We used to have to call people like Jedidiah Brown out when we would be out and about. We would be out. I'm going to give you just one example. We were out one night doing some work in Charlotte, and this couple, this boyfriend and girlfriend, started fighting in the crowd. And we were like, agent provocateurs. We don't know these people. I've lived in Charlotte for 10 years and we don't know these people. I've been working in Charlotte for 10 years and we don't know these people. And we had them removed from our protest by the police. The same police we were protesting, we had them come and remove this boyfriend and girlfriend group because we didn't know these motherfuckers. Do you hear me? A lot of times when you saw videos of stuff that would happen in Charlotte in the 2000 teens where people were busting windows open, those were not people that we knew. We didn't bring those people in. People actually came from Ferguson co-opting on our protest, causing issues where there were none. Now, the police were doing some crazy shit. They shot and killed one of us. Shout out to Justin Carr. They shot and killed one of us. But there were things that would happen that we'd be like, who, do you know them? Because they weren't at our last secret meeting. And I'm going to check my Signal account and see if I see them in the Signal. No, we don't know them. Yo, we don't know them. Who are these people? They would literally come in and do stuff to distract from the actual protest. And then there would be this situation that would happen that comes to mind where somebody would get on the mic. You know, we were having an actual protest about black people being murdered by the police. And somebody would get on the mic and start talking about gay rights. And we'd be like, we don't know them because that's not what this is tonight. Shout out to y'all in your struggle, but that's not what this is. And no Mexican workers, we don't know you because this is not about Mexican workers. Nope. Union work. Nope. We don't know you. They would really just try to co-opt our struggle, like we saw BJ doing at that surprise witness over the Diddy trial. But a lot of what Jedidiah Brown has done, mind you, he's a former police officer. He does get paid by the feds. He said that himself. We know that. We know he's been hired to go in. I don't want to steal random news shine, but excuse me, I'm flowing. We know that he got paid to go in and cause problems at Trump rallies. We know that as a fact. We've researched this man. So keep that in mind if you're new to this story, which I'm guessing a lot of y'all aren't, because I don't see a lot of y'all in the chat. But I do see a lot of y'all hitting the like button. So I know a lot of y'all aren't new to this story. Okay. And I know I'm catching you while you're getting ready for work, getting your kids ready for school, on your way to work, at work. I realize what time it is. So I understand. I totally get it. But I know that on these YouTube streets, as far as it's concerned, people know who Jedidiah Brown is by now. Dolton, now the Dolton, what they call it? Dolton Politics on Facebook, they're on Facebook. So they probably don't even know Martin Luther King died yet. Dolton Politics is still waiting to find out what the Diddy verdict was.
Where is your turf? That's her turf. Your turf is out there getting a recall. Your turf is out there getting the candidate pushed to replace her ass. That's the shit that she gonna understand. You can't vote me out of there. God damn it.
This goofy gets kicked out anywhere he goes.
Anybody who think I came here with ill intent or the wrong motive, I will be insignificant if your work is speaking loud enough for what real intent and pure motive looks like.
This dude never did the shit he claims he was going to do for the people of Dalton, yet he's over here trying to grift money.
We not chasing foolish language and conversation. I didn't come here for that. It's too damn far for beef and dummies and people who playing games. People who might have been paid special interests to act like they one way. And
He said it's too damn far. Okay. Hey Siri, how far is Flint, Michigan from Dolton, Illinois by car? 3 hours and 10 minutes. I'm sorry, 6 hours and 10 minutes. No, I didn't say set an alarm, baby. Don't do that. Sorry, baby. Thank you. She'd be way too efficient. 6 hours and 10 minutes by car. Way too far. How many times did you see Jedidiah Brown in the car saying, I'm on my way to Flint, and he never went? Let your work speak for you, though. I've lived in three countries. I've done activism work several places, several cities, South Carolina and North Carolina, Beijing, China. I've never had to go somewhere and do activism and fight my reputation. Ever. Never. But I also wasn't asking for no money.
so up another.
Is he looking in the mirror and talking to himself right now?
I'm also an investigator, and I got a damn
6
good
hours
team behind me, and I'm real good at uncovering facts and bullshit.
He said investigator, more like cosplayer, because the dude's been building a 10-year case on a channel that's been around for 6.
So I'm gonna say this: the reason why a lot of people don't want their name to come out of my mouth is because the moment you start fucking with me, the moment my team start doing their investigation, and in less than 2 hours, I know a lot more than I knew before.
Now let me tell you about his last investigation on me. It got his monkey killed. And the Scottsdale police and I have been in constant communication. Okay? Because the Scottsdale police said to me, will you help us prosecute Jedidiah Brown for harassment? Sure. Surely I will, because he harassed me, as you'll see later on in this particular video.
And now I get why people don't want me in Flint. From city council to the streets. Now,
that's why
I gonna meet somebody who's sent by God, and if they can't deal with me in Dalton, if the president of the United States, then Trump as a candidate, couldn't deal with me then.
Oh, I'm glad Goofy brought up that publicity stunt again, because it only serves to prove my point.
Come on, Random.
Is an opportunist. He uses any type of situation he can to try to make himself into a superstar, so he doesn't have to get a regular job. He'll show up claiming he wants to help, but he's only there to help himself. When everybody else is being peaceful and orderly, he'll start a bunch of chaos just to get himself on the news and get a bunch of publicity, taking all the attention away from why people are there in the first place, and then he'll just leave with a bunch of donation money while a cause he was there to fight in the first place just falls to shit. And speaking of fighting, you know it wouldn't be a Jedidiah publicity stunt without him coming out here starting to fight. And remember that, because it'll come in handy at the end of the video. And since Donald Trump won anyway, that whole shit he did was pointless. Well, to everybody else that is. Because to Jed, he got a bunch of paid TV appearances and took all the attention away from the cause and put it back on himself, like he always does.
I'm the wrong person to play with and fuck with because I come in to help you. But don't make this as if you think that I don't got no army behind me, because I'll get on my phone in Detroit to be in Flint, and we'll just start there.
I wonder if it's the same army that he threatened Andrew Holmes with, you know, when he threatened to kill him.
This serves as Andrew Holmes' official 48-hour notice. This is what I promise you. I'm going to make sure that enough resources is in the neighborhoods. And since you don't think that I'm worth answering, I'll tell you one thing for fucking sure. You will answer them.
Now remember, whenever Jedidiah Brown uses the word resources, he's talking about money. And Random News is going to make it very, very plain. He doesn't. When I tell you that man is thorough, Random News is going to do an amazing job at revealing exactly what Jedidiah Brown's plan was. What he was going to do with them resources. I'm sorry, I hit the wrong button, per usual.
Call that I've literally almost never made, or call every street organization that I have access to. And I will tell them what it is that you are accused of. And I think that based on that alone, with them being bored or trying to find something to do, that alone, yeah, I think you'll give a response. Nope, actually, I know you will. So call my bluff. I will make sure that he be the reason that they do another movie. It ain't Candyman, Candyman, Candyman. It will be, don't violate a fucking 48-hour notice from investigating.
Now, let me ask you a question, Choose Compassion, because I have a feeling that you've still been keeping your eye on things. Is Andrew Holmes still on the city council? Oh, city council. Is he still a trustee in Dalton? Is Andrew Holmes still a trustee in Dalton? Even though Jedidiah Brown was going to pay his booty goons to harass and terrorize him and whoop his ass? Did Andrew Holmes ever get brought up on charges for rape? And there was a full investigation done by Las Vegas police. Yes, he is. He is still on the city council. Yes, he is. Even after he was like, come on, son, I've been waiting for you. Come on, son. He almost had to whip Jedidiah Brown's ass, man. And no, there were never any charges. Never any charges, even though there was a full investigation done by Las Vegas police. He is a trustee. And there were never any charges. Just like we can't call P. Diddy a sex trafficker, and we can't call him a racketeer, because according to the jury verdict, he's not guilty of those crimes. There was a full investigation done by Las Vegas police. There were never any charges brought. The investigation was closed. Closed. And Andrew Holmes is still a trustee in Dalton. So Jedidiah Brown did absolutely fucking nothing. He was like, he came from around that table. He was like, baby, I've been wanting to get you since the Kanika Jenkins case. Come on. He was ready for him. I wanted to see Andrew Holmes throw a punch. I ain't even gonna hold you. I do condone violence. Let's go.
They don't play on our time.
And we all know what happened to the Candyman when the gang members got a hold of him. And your boy Jedidiah's out here saying he knows people that'll do the same exact thing. What a fucking goofy. The people of Flint didn't give a fuck about his threats. They just went back on Facebook and kept exposing him. And your boy got big mad.
This is what he put on this page. Let this video speak for itself. This is his cousin speaking about him. So sending out this type of sensational propaganda.
Sensational propaganda.
He's supposed to be some kind of a Flint advocate.
And check that out. Looks like my videos already woke the people of Flint up. Thank God for that.
Where is this man's credentials? Why is the TAC tracking back?
Shout out to Random News.
His buddy been accused of scamming since 2017, but I digress. This is why I said I don't want to work with him. I said what I said. This is their plan, but it will not work.
Well, I guess the people of Flint caught the video where I exposed your boy's little business, where he tried to scam the people of Dalton into believing he sold sex pills and lube.
Now, let me add a little insight to this before Random News gets into it. I want to be very clear about something, because a lot of niggas like to throw rocks and hide their hands. This product that you see Jedidiah Brown holding right now, this company is Nikita Nietzsche Cloud's friend's company. Buffalo Butt Nikita. Absolutely. Absolutely. Can't fit in the Spanx Nikita. Abso-fucking-lutely. Bought both of her bachelor's, master's, and her doctorate. Admitted that she's lied on several resumes about her work and education experience. Dr. Nikita Nietzsche Cloud. Abso-fucking-lutely. This was her friend's company. Allegedly. Okay, so when you hear Random News break down this information about this fake company, think about Nikita Nietzsche Cloud. The same one who said that, what she say, Jason House. The same one who said to go to cleanhouse2025.com and you saw Real Late Night Crew, shout out to Ted. Ted was smart enough to go and buy those domains because Nikita Nietzsche Cloud announced for people to go to a website she hadn't even bought the domain for. Her dumb ass. And Ted, shout out to Ted. Ted went in and bought two of the domains before they could even buy them, so they couldn't use them. And when you go to those domains right now, I believe right now, if we go to clean, let me see if I can real quick. Let me see what, hold on, let me turn my keyboard back on. I was charging it. Let me see if it's still the same. I told Ted, I said, good, shout out to you, but you could have gave me one of them domains. You could have put one of them in my name too. We've been working. Come on, keyboard. I gotta let my keyboard wake up. I was charging it. But anyway, and then when you go to their website that they finally did build, if you scroll all the way to the bottom, the contact information is for a fashion company. So Nikita went and took an old website she had built for a client and repurposed it for a political campaign, but wasn't thorough enough to go in and change all the HTML and all the code, because she's never really been, she doesn't have the grit, she doesn't have the tenure, she doesn't have the education. They made a new one, and if you go all the way to the bottom of it, it had the wrong information. Oh, because I'm thorough. I built websites. I built porn sites, porn tubes, just in case you want to fuck your stepmama, you can fantasize about it. I had a she-male and a transsexual webcam website, because niggas like that shit too. And I built my own website. So I know exactly what it looks like, what it should look like, rather. I was raised by a database administrator. My mother, when she died, aside from being a cosmetologist and a college professor, she owned a company called Technon. And what the job was at Technon was to build and host websites for companies. I was sending back checks when she died. Checks were coming on her while she was on her last few days. We didn't know it was, but when she was in her last few days, she got checks in the mail. And I was calling the people like, she's in a nursing home right now. I'm not sure she'll be able to do that work. She had a well-trusted corporation. So I know what this shit should look like. My daddy built computers as a hobby. My first computer my father built and sent me off to college with it. So I knew when I went down and looked at that damn website, I was like, this bitch done took somebody, because she had to hurry up and do it. After she saw that she announced a website that she hadn't bought the domains for, which is a rookie mistake. If you got your doctorate back in the 2010s, I think it was like 2015 or something like that, then you should know by now. You should have a checklist of things that are just part of your work. But I digress.
A scheme he would have got away with had the idiot not exposed to label.
The wrong way, baby.
Extract full spectrum cannabis.
Fuck. And not only did he expose the contact information of that company, so we were able to research and find out that was actually a janitorial service. You are not allowed on YouTube, specifically on YouTube, to promote or sell cannabis products. Not even what's that shit they be using that ain't cannabis? That shit that don't do nothing for me. Starts with a C. CB something. You're not allowed. You're not allowed to sell, like, nigga. But go ahead, random news. CBD, right? That shit is like eating cereal for me. It don't do nothing for me.
I just fucked up. It's okay.
As it turns out, it wasn't okay. Because when you put the address and the phone number into Google, it just brought you to White Glove Janitorial, which is just a janitorial service that sells supplies. Not lube or butt pills like your boy tried to pawn off. And then when we called him out on it, he came out and lied and said that the mob owned the company, that we need to quit looking into it, or we're going to get in trouble.
And then they say, oh, he got a business. And then they show the business. And it's the Dickens brand. And what did I tell y'all? I'm a partner. And so he goes to, oh, it's in a janitorial service. And it's in a number that doesn't work. Well, I can't speak to their phone line.
Oh, the number works perfectly fine. You should give it a call for yourself.
Wasn't this the same live when Jedidiah Brown said he couldn't understand why God hadn't taken us out yet? I don't understand why God hadn't taken them out yet. And then like a week or two later, his monkey got killed legally because they went to the house to get the monkey, because I told the Scottsdale police he shouldn't be anywhere near animals or children. I filed the paperwork. I made sure they saw the pictures of that monkey and the fact that the monkey was always wearing a diaper and he had him in sexually suggestive photos. And they went and they confiscated the monkey, who was in a house by itself with no caregiver. And apparently, based on the information that I've received so far, the monkey had some sort of disease that was incurable and they had to euthanize it. But he said he was hoping that God killed us. And then a couple months later, didn't Nikita Nietzsche Cloud's daddy die? I mean, but he was wondering why God hadn't taken us out yet. I'm still here.
He's a fucking fraud.
I can definitely tell you this. You better do a little bit more research before you start fucking with the wrong people.
Same live,
okay?
baby. What's up, Lisa?
Some motherfucking mafia movies.
Guess what Thornton Township is good for? Every fucking Italian mafia connected individual who wants a place that they can run.
I think my response to that live, I remember I was at Home Depot one morning. My car was getting serviced at the Nissan dealership, and I decided to go to Home Depot, and I think I did a video because, you know, we had those special plants in Arizona that you don't see in other parts of the world. And I think my response to that was very simple. It was, many men, many, 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 many men wish death upon me. No, I don't cry no more. I don't look to the sky no more. Have mercy on me. Have mercy on my soul. Somewhere my heart turned cold. Have mercy on many men. Okay? I haven't missed a beat. I haven't. Now, my homegirl, Burgundy Blue Commentary, was very clear with me. She was like, if you've decided, you know, because a couple of y'all was telling me, leave that Dalton shit alone. We done with it. Let's move on. And I did. I said I left Dalton alone. I didn't leave Jedidiah Brown alone. My foot is still on his neck. Do you hear me? And I promised you guys we would see that all the way through. But she was like, you know, let it go, because I had told Burgundy what I was working on as far as leaving the country and where I was coming. You know, you can't tell everybody what you got going on. But I had told Burgundy. She knew specifically. And she was like, if you continue to focus on this, they'll weigh you down. You can't let them niggas weigh you down. And she was absolutely right. Shout out to Burgundy Blue Commentary, honey.
Run their business through.
Jed would know all about that.
Thank you, Lisa.
And who goes out of their way to go and snitch on the mob after saying...
That's what they are now. Sponsors, jackass.
Sponsors that he's on camera doing a fucking commercial for.
The Italian Mafia, honey.
Pills, something that's new. You could put it in your ass.
You look at the face of a whole
goofy.
Let's get back to Flint.
So then he posts that video. So what I want to basically say, long story short, is nobody is coming for or checking for this idiot with shots fired, and we will respond.
AKA, he's just gonna get messy. But before we do that, I gotta roll up another blunt. So
I wish I could, but I can't.
We'll be right back after a word from our sponsor.
Shout out to Burgundy Blue,
From
baby.
the fraud that brought you the Jedidiah Airbnb program and the ever so popular Jedidiah Brown party plate now brings you his new scam product.
We sell lube that has either CBD, THC, or both.
Need a little fix line for that midnight ride. Jedidiah's got the key to set your spirit free. Investigate and lubricate. It's the lube that's simply great. Funded by the mob, they say. Get you wet in every way.
We have pills, THC pills, something that's new. You can put it in your ass, or your vagina, or your mouth.
You put it where you please. Feels like floating on a breeze. Not a scam, it's really fine. Looped up life, oh so divine. Investigate and lubricate.
Wait a minute, hold on. Guess who's in the bushes? I'm not gonna tell you. Thank you for that compliment. Shout out to you, sis.
Funded by the mob, they say. Get you wet in every way.
You put it in your butt, it's supposed to make you, extremely high and relaxed. It make you hornier, wetter. Put it in your vagina, it's supposed to make you extremely wet. Good.
Don't go try when you can fly. Jedidiah's loop, oh my. Slide with ease and smile wide. In this product you can't confide.
Now this man said, Random News didn't say this, so I'm going to make sure I say this. In this same live, where Jedidiah Brown is explaining this shit you could put in your butt, he said it makes you sleepy, right? People were asking, where's Cairo? What's up, Burgundy? I wasn't gonna blow up your spot. I was gonna tell people to just put a bunch of blue hearts and some blueberries in the chat. Shout out to Burgundy Blue commentary, y'all. Listen, Burgundy Blue, wasn't this the same live where Jedidiah Brown was talking about how this shit made him sleepy, or made you sleepy, and he also said it makes you more aroused. It's some of that P. Diddy shit. But everybody was like, "Where's Cairo?" And he was like, "Oh, he's in the other room taking a nap." And it was like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Monkeys don't, that particular monkey is not nocturnal. What are we doing here? What did you do to that monkey? Oh, you getting ready for work? I got you. Shout out to you and everything you got going on. I won't tell all the people how amazing and fabulous and wonderful your work life is and all the shit you got popping. I'll let you spill your own tea. But listen, Burgundy Blue is doing her thing. Do you hear me? Doing her motherfucking thing, okay? That is a name you will see and you will hear if you haven't already. Listen, Burgundy said, ask Tina Knowles. She knows me. She knows my real name. I know that's right, girl. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you got me on the speaker where folks can hear me too.
Investigate and lubricate. It's the lube that's simply great.
I honor you, sis.
By the mob, they say. Get you wet in every way.
Each bottle of Jazz Lube comes with a 100% guarantee to make you zesty. A guarantee that'll have you saying,
I don't think that my money went the wrong way.
Investigate and lubricate. Get your bottle while supplies last. And don't forget,
You could put it in your ass.
the people in this chat can't wait to buy a bottle of that
I
shit.
cannot.
So let's get back to the fuck shit in Flint.
You could put it in your ass.
Put on. The people kept exposing them. And one of those people were Linda Pendleton. And she got on your boy real bad.
I honor you, girl.
He wasn't happy.
I honor y'all.
So he came back with the fuck shit.
But I'm actually going to bring one of my associates, and they're going to explain to you all what our findings are as it relates to who we understand to be behind the Linda Pendleton hate. And then I'm going to come back and tell you what we're going to do about it.
And I guess Goofy still doesn't understand that doxing is a crime. But here he goes incriminating himself again.
I am a investigator on the Investigate and Advocate team. And for that reason...
Wait, let me pause that for a second because what Random News just said is very important. I guess Jedidiah doesn't understand that doxing is a crime. We thought that with the cases, because he got cases for doxing, for harassing, for cyberbullying. We thought he would have learned his lesson in around 2024. But I guess he hasn't. And he got this puss-ass show enough shade tree investigator who won't even show his face because he understands how illegal and illicit these activities are. He won't even come on camera. I'm going to go back just a little bit because Random News changed subjects real quick. And I want to make sure you guys understand what's popping. Hold on one second.
Let's get back to the fuck shit in Flint. Because after we split on, the people kept exposing them. And one of those people were Linda Pendleton. And she got on your boy real bad. And he wasn't happy about it. So he came back with the fuck shit.
But I'm actually going to bring one of my associates, and they're going to explain to you all what our findings are as it relates to who we understand to be behind the Linda Pendleton hate. And then I'm going to come back and tell you what we're going to do about it.
And I guess Goofy still doesn't understand that doxing is a crime. But here he goes incriminating himself again.
I am
Now, let me do this. Hold on.
Investigator on the
Because this is the breakdown, okay? And I don't think you guys are delayed like that surprise impersonators audience. Y'all are not delayed, but I do want us to be thorough, okay? Let me see if I can read. Don't that look familiar? Ain't that See, Random News didn't point that shit out. I love you, Random News. He didn't point that shit out. This was the same bed Jedidiah Brown went live from, and then another one of his quote-unquote investigators went live from the same exact bed under the covers. Yes, he did. But that ain't my business. I'm going to see if I can read.
Feels like floating on a breeze.
Hold on, I didn't mean to go back that far.
Not a scam, it's truly fine. Looped up life, oh so divine. Investigate and lubricate. It's the lube that's simply great. Funded by the mob, they say. Get you wet in every way.
You put it in your butt, it's supposed to make you, extremely high and relaxed. It make you hornier, wetter. Put it in your vagina, it's supposed to make you extremely wet. Good.
Don't go dry when you can fly. Jedidiah's lube, oh my. Slide with ease and smile wide. In this product you can't confide. Investigate and lubricate. It's the lube that's simply great. Funded by the mob, they say. Get you wet in every way.
That's some gay shit right there.
Jazz Lube comes with a 100% guarantee to make you zesty. A guarantee that'll have you saying,
I don't think that my money went the wrong way.
investigate and lubricate. Get your bottle while supplies last. And don't forget, you can put it in your ass. The people
what
in
you
the
say,
chat can't wait
Choose?
to buy a bottle of that shit. But let's get back to the fuck shit in the Flint. Because after we split on, the people kept exposing them. And one of those people was
Okay, let me pause it real quick. Okay, so this is what it says. I just want to make sure we're thorough, because we're thorough motherfuckers, right? We done wrote theses and dissertations and shit, and I want to make sure we thorough. So this says, this is from Linda Pendleton. Do I have any glasses in here? They are in my work bag. Nope. Okay, I'm just gonna have to. Okay, it says, breaking news, honey. From the Echo Chambers newsroom. Guess who's here? Big Dick Energy Jedidiah, and she spelled it right. Dear Mrs. Beverly Louise Biggs Levy, I have been in the Lionsgate's portal 888 with a positive mindset. I would like to address you in a positive manner. You are a married woman of many years. It is my opinion that you would wear a t-shirt speaking of another man's penis. So she must be speaking to the lady that had on that shirt, Big Dick Energy with Jedidiah. Your husband should be embarrassed. Now, I'm guessing by these caps, this was Facebook, because this is kind of how Facebook people type. It is my opinion that you would wear a t-shirt speaking of another man's penis. Your husband should be embarrassed that his own wife would do such a thing to gain attention of people, who you would be setting an example for. You owe your husband an apology. Okay, probably in some pussy and macaroni and cheese and some fried ham hocks and collard greens and cornbread, okay? And a blowjob. Don't forget the blowjob. Then I ran across this autonofaultlaw.com by Sinis Dramis. And there's the link to the website. Not a husband, baby. It's a Michigan Court of Appeal where your husband Terrence Levy states on August 12, 2021, he began treating you for severe knee pain, which he claimed affected his ability to have sex. No, he began treating for severe knee pain, which he claimed affected his ability to have sex and his ability to go for walks. So he had a conjugated illness. Well, I'm sorry, this shit is funny. This is the first time I've ever read it. When I tell you them old folks on Facebook be so goddamn messy. Okay. It say, Well, his walking must have gotten better because he's walking. Wait, I got to shut the comments down for just a sec. Well, no, let me look at my phone. Hold on. Because his walking must have gotten better because he is walking the hell out of the streets. To recall President Dr. Liddell Lewis, the sex must not have been affected because you, Miss Beverly Biggs Levy. I wish I could read that. Oh, the sex must still be affected because you, Miss Beverly. I'm sorry, I'm having to read over here. Because you, Miss Beverly Biggs Levy, whole name, honey, as his wife, is wearing a t-shirt about another man's penis. Not a penis, baby. Not a penis. I ain't heard the word penis in a minute. How disrespectful to your husband. You know, that's one of them conversations the aunties would be having in the kitchen. And then you walk in and they be like, it's grown folks' business. This grown folks' business. This one of them conversations. Okay? Hold on. Let me make sure I got this right. Oh, maybe that's what was wrong. Oh, okay. I see now. Yeah. Hey, Barbara, it's Shirley meets Facebook, baby. She said, hey, Barbara, this Shirley. I know you love that man, but I'm the one that pays his bills. She said, I clean the clothes he wears and I make the food he eats. That's my man. I wish I could remember how that song go now. Somebody remind me of how that song go. What's that song? Shit. Hold on. Oh, I got to get it out my spirit. What song was that? Woman to woman. Don't you ever be confused. He's my man. And I love that man. She said, hello, may I speak to Barbara? Barbara, this is Shirley. You might not know who I am, but the reason I am calling you is because I was going through my old man's pockets this morning and I just happened to find your name and number. So woman to woman, I don't think it's being any more than fair to you that I let you know where I'm coming from. Now, Barbara, I don't know how you're going to take this, whether you're going to be cool or come out of a bag on me. You see, it really doesn't make any difference. But it's only fair that I let you know that the man you're in love with, he's mine. From the top of his head to the bottom of his feet, the bed he sleeps in and every piece of food he eats. You see, I make it possible. The clothes on his back, I buy them. The car he drives, I pay the note every month. So I'm telling you these things to let you know how much I love this man. And woman to woman, I think you'll understand just how much I'll do to keep him. Woman to woman, if you've ever been in love, then you know just how I feel. And woman to woman, now if you were in my shoes, wouldn't you have done the same thing too? Woman to woman. That's my shit. Do you hear me? That's my shit. That's my song right there. Shout out to Miss Shirley Brown. That's my song. Woman to woman. That's the same lady that said that made that song that was like, I wrote this song and I let my mother hear it and she said, I know you're not going to sing that song. You know what song I'm talking about. Oh my God, these elders on Facebook, honey. She said, I know your husband couldn't fuck, okay? And he couldn't go on his long walks, okay, in Dalton. But I'm guessing he got his feet right, but he ain't got his penis right yet. Okay, so see, here's what I have to say about that. First of all, Broke boys don't deserve no pussy. I know that's right. Okay. You're not going to find me. Listen, I'll build with you, but I won't build for you. Do you understand? Do you understand? Yes, tonight is the night that you make me a woman. That's my shit too. I grew up with old people. My parents were old. My parents were born in the 40s and 50s, honey. My. This woman, I don't know. Listen, random news. Thank you for this screenshot. Thank you, sir, for this screenshot. Thank you for the screenshot. Thank you for the screenshot. Thank you for the screenshot. I'ma say it one more time. Thank you for the screenshot. Thank you for the screenshot. Whoa. See, I didn't think that's what this was. Cleanup woman. Oh yeah, the cleanup woman. I'm the cleanup woman. That's what I've been doing. See, and you gotta understand, like back then.
She got on you.
Wait, hold on. I'm gonna go ahead and do my shit. I'm gonna talk my shit. Back then, see, part of the reason why you had a Jane Doe, aka 50 Cent baby mama, and a Cassie, were because they were taught that you have to have a man to have what you want. That's not necessarily true. It's not necessarily true. It is very hard for people to understand that I'm able to build materially without a man. And I'm not selling pussy. I'm not sucking dick for money. I mean, if I'm sucking dick and fucking somebody, it ain't for their money. Okay? Because companionship is more valuable to me than $1. I can go get $1. My parents paid a lot of dollars for me to go to college. And I paid a lot of dollars for me to get a master's degree. And I paid a couple more dollars to get a TEFL certification to be able to teach English as a second language. So my education costs money. That's where I was invested in. But literally, it is difficult even today in some cultures. In Korea, literally women raise their children, and then when the kids get grown, they say, you know, the only reason I stayed with your daddy was so you would have what you want. And they say that to capture their children into some sort of trauma bond and loyalty. But literally, this ain't no man bashing shit. This isn't any man bashing shit. Niggas are fucking mayonnaise bottles nowadays. They've realized they don't have to put up with women's shit. Do you understand? A man will slide some pickle juice into a mayonnaise bottle and have an orgasm. Okay? They make whole toys that feel like women's pussies. They don't have to put up with the shit that some women bring to the table. And women are realizing that you can do what you got to do and make sure you have what you need financially and materially. It is so difficult when I take my daughter on vacation or even living in other parts of the world. People are constantly asking, where's your husband? Well, I turned him back in at Neiman Marcus because that's where I got him from. I took and returned him to Nordstrom's because that's where I got him from. You don't always have to have, a man to have what you need. And a lot of those times, because women were kept out of education and there was so much discrimination going on, you remember that pay gap that was obvious between men and women. It still is to a certain degree, but it's less obvious now than it was. There's a smaller, what's the word I'm looking for? It starts with a D. It's not dick. There's a smaller difference. That's not the word I'm looking for, but I'll settle for it. There's a difference for 500, Alex. There's a smaller difference in the pay gap. But you got to remember, at the times that these songs were written, and this particular song was written in 1974. My mother was 19 years old in 1974. That's the year my mother and father started dating. Okay? And at those times, women were taught you had to have a man. Even my mother was a composer and arranger at Universal Records in 1974. And she had to deal with a whole bunch of bullshit till she brought my dad on her team. And then he took over and started a band and made her a background singer. But you understand, like, we're raising our daughters different. I don't raise my daughter that she doesn't need a man. I just raise my daughter that she doesn't need a man, because that's how my father raised me. He said, I want you to want a man. I don't want you to ever need one. I don't want you to be in a position where you run up on a nigga like me because you don't know how to change a tire, because you don't know how to budget for eggs and manage your own money. Yep, they taught you to get married. When I got divorced, my daddy said I was a disgrace to his name, honey. I said, well, praise the Lord. Praise the Lord, okay? And pass the pickled sausage, because I don't give a fuck. Because you ain't had to put up what I had to put up with, and I ain't killed him. When I listen, at my dad's funeral, there were people who were at my wedding, which I had in my hometown. And so people were coming up to me asking where my husband was, because I was there with a different dude. And my mom said, she's divorced. She whispered, she's divorced. And I said, well, Mama, I didn't kill him. Ain't we lucky? My mother still had my marriage license on her wall. And I was like, well, here's the divorce decree to finish up the story. You want a copy of the divorce decree too? Come on, somebody. It ain't nothing wrong with marriage, and there's nothing wrong with companionship, but it's got to be for true. And what Shirley got herself into was not for true, honey. That was some bullshit. Anyway, random news. We done got all off on the topic. Let's go.
Real bad. And he wasn't happy about it. So you know he came back with the fuck shit.
But I'm actually going to bring one of my...
We got another screenshot to read in just a second.
You all what our findings are as it relates to who we understand to be behind the Linda.
Thank you guys for hitting that like button. I really appreciate that.
I'm going to come back and tell you what we're going to do about it.
And I guess Goofy still doesn't understand.
Okay, so this one says, what Random News is about to say, which you've already heard him say twice, I guess this goofy motherfucker, this goofy echo booty motherfucker, doesn't understand that doxing is a crime. Even though the courts in Illinois and the police in Scottsdale have made it very plain to him, and he lost a whole monkey due to doxing. Okay, marriage licenses on the wall, honey. When I moved to China, I had to ask my mother for my marriage license because I had to explain why the name on my college degree is different than the name on my passport. And you explain that with a marriage license. Well, now I have the divorce. I use the divorce decree. But I had to ask her for my marriage license. She had it. Well, my father married us, so she got the marriage license and never gave it to me. My father married us, so when he sent the paperwork downtown, my mother went and got the marriage license and never gave it to me. It was hers, honey. It was hers. But anyway, enough about my dear, sweet, lovely mother. My wonderful mother, who only wanted the best for me, who told me that she would have divorced my daddy a long time ago, but she didn't want to have kids by more than one man. Shout out to my mama. So this screenshot is the doxing law in Michigan. You know, I showed you the doxing law in Arizona when I lived there, and the doxing laws in Illinois, because Burgundy Blue Commentary was dealing with her own shit. Okay. So this says, I gotta read it. Hold on. It says doxing penalties in Michigan. In September 2020, hold on, I can't do this without a little mustard. I need some mustard. Hold on. I can't do it without mustard. Doxing penalties in Michigan. In September 2020, Michigan lawmakers introduced House Bill 6206 to address doxing. It proposes a 5-year felony with up to $5,000 in fines if the doxing is in a manner that involves a continued pattern of harassing or intimidating behavior and by that violation causes serious injury to the victims. Victim. Furthermore, and you know furthermore means furthermore. If the act of doxing causes a victim's death, the proposed penalty is up to 10 years and a fine of up to $10,000. And Jedidiah Brown would only go and try to raise that money from y'all. I'm going to do something real quick. I feel like I should shake the bushes. Burgundy, should I shake the bushes? They dox for donations. Burgundy, should I shake the bushes? I've had to shake the bushes the last couple shows because I've had to talk about some people's faves. And so they come over here and they want to sit and watch. They don't participate in the chat. They don't hit the like button. And you know they're not subscribed. So I feel like I should shake the bushes. I'm gonna go ahead and shake the bushes for just a second. I think it's only the right thing to do for my energy and out of respect for who I am as a person. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and shake the bushes. There are 14 people in here right now. If you are able to hear and see me, could you put a 1 in the chat, please, for every single person under the sound of my voice? If you can hear and see me, please put a 1 in the chat. Thank you for hitting that like button. You must know what I'm about to do. So right now there's about 4 people sitting in the bushes. I'm gonna need you to go ahead and hit that like button. Now you got a couple options. I'm gonna make it real easy for you. You could either hit the like button or send me a Cash App. The Cash App is at the bottom of the screen. What's up, Real Magnolia? Said hey troll. Oh, I thought you said hey troll. Hey y'all. Hey, what's up, Real Magnolia? There's about now, thank you, there's now about 5 people sitting in the bushes. If you want me to continue talking about your fave, because I now know who you are, we need to get those likes up to 16. It ain't much, just 5. I refuse to move forward and give you my good energy because I'm not a prostitute and I'm not an attention whore. So I refuse to go forward and give you my good energy if you won't engage with my content. Thank you very much. I see that 1 more person, 2 more people went on ahead and hit the like button. So now we're down to 4. I need 4 people to go ahead and hit that like button, or I'm not going to move forward. Now, I had to do this real heavy the other day. We didn't even get to finish the show. I had to do a part 2 of the show just to give my people what they deserved. But I'm not going to do it. Now we're down to 2 because you were smart enough to go ahead and leave. So now we're down to 2. See, the Burgundy, I learned this from you. I told the people the other night, I learned from Burgundy Blue to how to shake these bushes. And sometimes you got to shake these motherfucking bushes. And it ain't going to be no blueberries that pop out. So now we down to 1. Thank you very much for leaving. Because I'm not going to give you this good content if you're not going to engage. And I'm going to wait for that 1. No, I'm not going to give you something to rock with. You got to look at my pretty ass. I'm waiting for 1 more person. You a stubborn motherfucker, Jedidiah Brown. I see you. I feel your bisexual energy, honey. I am one too, so I know what's popping. I'm not moving forward until my views match my likes. Not doing it. Not doing it. Sorry, we back up to 2 again. I need 2 people who are sitting in the bushes because you went on ahead and unliked it. You took your like away, but you still sitting here. I'm not stupid. I'm a teacher. I'm a teacher, honey. I'm an educator. So I see very clearly. You went on ahead and took your like away, but you still sitting here. Okay? So there's 2 people that need to go ahead and hit the like button before I move forward. I holla. Real Magnolia, they be lurking and jerking, baby. Lurking and jerking. Zooming in on my titties trying to see what this tattoo is. Lurking and jerking, honey. I don't do that for free. Thank you, Burgundy. Burgundy said, all the loyal watchers, check and make sure you like the video, even if you're sitting in the bushes. Go ahead and hit that like button, because I don't deserve to have to sit here and look at you looking at me and you won't say nothing. Seen you last night. Saw you standing there. Come on, I'm not about to do that with you. I'm not about to do that with you. You got me fucked up. You got me fucked all the fucking way up. Got me fucked up, baby. I don't do that. I got plenty of time. I don't got to be nowhere till 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. And it's 9:52 p.m. where I am. I don't have to be nowhere. I kind of started the show early anyway, just in case we had to do this. I'll be sending an usher around in just a moment to check people's tickets. If your ticket don't have a thumbs up on it, you will be booted out. Just so you know.
The crime. But here he goes incriminating himself again.
I am a investigator on the Investigate and Advocate team. And for that reason, I will withhold my identity.
More like he's a cosplaying goofy out here making himself an accessory to a crime.
And so we have come to the conclusion that the person behind the Linda Pendleton page is a young lady by the name of Raquel.
That's illegal. You can't do that. You cannot reveal people's real names. That's why instead of calling her by her real name, I call her Chucky Doll. Because her avatar is a fucking Chucky doll. I had to go when Nikita Cloud was trolling me by saying she was going to tell everybody about my sexual scandalous history at Jackson State University. First of all, I'm going to tell you what my response was. I called the bitch. I video called the bitch on Facebook, and she answered the phone with the camera covered up because she was coming under a different name. I went and researched the picture in her avatar, found out it was a counselor in Miami, Florida. So I sent the picture. I sent the whole Facebook profile, a link to it and everything, to the person in Miami, Florida, whose picture she was using. And before you knew it, picture was gone. Picture was gone. Okay? Several of those people, between the two of them, it was 3 specific people. I can't say their names because that would break the law. But you know who they are. Excuse me. But you think after receiving phone calls and dealing with the situation that the Scottsdale police have initiated, and losing his monkey and burgundy blue commentary having to stand her ground and do what she had to do, because she did what she had to do. Okay? You would think he would have learned his lesson. You would think he would have learned his lesson. But my mother told me thieves are stupid. Because my mama said, you know, me and your daddy ran cons from Southern California all the way up to the Bay Area, and we never got caught. She said, me and your daddy decided to stop stealing from people. We decided on our own to stop conning and scamming people. We decided. She said, a good thief don't get caught. She said, we set the game down. We set the game down. She said, but you got people out here to get caught constantly and still like to do the same thing over and over again. They don't get it. They don't get it. But the investigator is smart enough not to put himself on camera.
Former resident of Flint, Michigan.
And just like Sheena James and Burgundy Blue, among others, your boy and his goofies are out here putting people's lives in danger.
She is a Trump supporter.
What the fuck does that have
Who
to do
cares? The fuck?
Currently, she resides in...
You can't do that.
But it has been said that this young lady has dealt allegedly with some mental issues.
Anytime a female calls Jedidiah out on this bullshit, he always tries to claim to have mental issues, like he did with his cousin when she accused him of molesting her son.
And then they exploited my very mentally ill cousin.
You are a stone cold diabolical.
And see, I'll tell you for myself, every single country I live in outside of America, there's a battery of tests that I have to take in order to get a work visa. I have to take a STD test. I'm clean. I have to take a mental evaluation. I'm good. The only thing wrong with me is I got a touch of the high blood pressure, but I got my dandelion tea over there. Me and a doctor here in Korea are running a bet because there's a device that he wants me to wear to monitor my blood pressure. And I was like, no, sir, I'm not paying you to do shit. I got some dandelion tea. I will take my dandelion tea. So we running a bet, and at the end of the summer I'm gonna go back in and get my blood pressure checked, and he gonna see my dandelion tea is the shit. But no, I can speak for myself. I have undergone mental health evaluations before and after this situation, and I'm good. And I've been put in some situations that tested my my bandwidth when it came to mental health. I'm good. Okay.
Liar.
Liar.
He sure is. He also claimed one of the residents of Dalton was mental when she exposed him.
Trina.
Yet another female your boy done got into it with.
Right. Harvey is not
Dalton. She also has mental issues.
Now, he can't prove any of those women have mental issues, but we can 100% prove that he does.
Okay, we gonna stop right there for a second because I want to respond to this comment. Now, if I understand correctly, Burgundy Blue commentary, Napoleon Hill. No, that's not Napoleon Hill. That's the guy who tells us to think and grow rich. Napoleon, what's his last name? I always forget it because I work really hard not to say it. But what's Napoleon's? Harris. Thank you, with your telepathic self. You must have been playing spades lately. Napoleon Harris is over there in Harvey, right? Is that right, Burgundy? Oh, thank you, Harris. Is that right? Napoleon Harris is over there in Harvey. Is that right? Do I remember correctly? You've been playing them spades. Let me see. I know he's now the Thornton Township supervisor. Was he the mayor in Harvey for a little bit? Excuse me. State Senator for the Illinois 15th District. Senator. Okay, because that's... Okay. Okay, so he's got a restaurant over there in Harvey. Okay, because that's a nigga you don't want to mess with. I threw some tarot cards on him, and that's why I ain't talked about him much. Because as big and ballsy and bold as I am, I know when to let well enough be alone. Whatever I was trying to say. Okay? Napoleon Harvey is a gangster. Allegedly. According to the tarot. And that's a motherfucker you don't want to cross lines with. I do my best to stay out of his way. Okay? And the DOTTS. Okay? Because we going to connect them DOTTS. He's the chairperson of the DOTTS. Yeah. When I ran them cards on Napoleon Harris, everything, all my ancestors were like, it's not worth it. It's not worth it, baby girl. That's my nickname in my family, baby girl. It's not worth it, baby girl. It's not worth it. That's a man you don't want to mess with. I had seen that someone who worked for a government office in Illinois was researching me because I do have my notifications set for everything. Okay? And someone was trying to have me separated from my child, which couldn't possibly happen because the things that have to be in place for that to happen, I've not put in place for her. My child is an expat. She was born in China. She don't have a social security number, and she won't get one till her daddy dies. Okay? Because that's the only time it's necessary. But no, that Napoleon Harris, when I tell you, if he's connected to Harvey, I guarantee you, that's not something Jedidiah Brown want to fuck with. Because he will never lift a finger. He doesn't have to. But he got shooters, and I don't mean like guns, pew pews, bam bams. He's a very powerful man. Very, very powerful. Shady as fuck, allegedly. Hold on, I'm combing my hair the wrong way. Shady as fuck, allegedly. I'm not gonna say much more than that. You know, he's a part of that Dookie water scandal. That isn't a scandal, but should be. He's a part of that Dookie water situation. But that doggone Napoleon Harris, don't let the smooth suit fool you. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
And so for that, we are very strategic in how we are putting out this report.
Says the goofy that won't show his face because he knows he's breaking the law.
Right.
And so this individual is also someone who receives information from Liddell Lewis, and it is also understanding that she receives information from the Mayor Neely. And so what we're doing right now is we are confirming our findings. We're probably about the 70% in.
Meaning he's full of shit and he's just throwing a bunch of bullshit out there to keep his audience watching.
We're also going to filter it through some of our law enforcement partners and verify the IP addresses.
Do you think a law enforcement agency is going to take part in a scheme to dox and harass somebody? Now, you can trust that a law enforcement agency might help you move some drugs from P. Diddy's hotel room in New York to Weezy's house in Hidden Hills, California. I mean, you could probably guess that's going to happen, right? You could probably guess that a law enforcement agency will destroy the evidence cards from Kid Cudi's car fire during the investigation. Like, you could pretty much guess that, right? You could guess that P. Diddy's car could be leaving a crime scene and law enforcement's never gonna, they run the tags and see that the car was registered to Bad Boy Entertainment, but they never actually stop him, pull him over, or include him in an investigation. You could probably guess that, right? But you're not gonna guess that no law enforcement agency is gonna help you with no goddamn stalking, harassing, and cyberbullying situation. It's not gonna happen.
Messages that have been transferred between herself and elected officials.
He didn't do any of that. Because if you went down there with a bunch of IP addresses, that would mean that the law was complicit in helping him down.
He gonna get into it.
And we're monitoring something else.
Excuse him. He meant to say he's doxing someone else.
Right. Thank y'all for hitting that like button. Shout outs to the 3 people sitting in the bushes. I hope you taking notes on what beauty and brains looks like.
And if someone were to put his address out there, he'd be the first one claiming his life was in danger.
Trying to see if there's any criminality to this page, and then we're going to get a higher level of authority to look into it to see if there may be criminal charges against them. And
oh, wow.
Right now in the background.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much, sir.
Did this fool really just sashay off camera?
Yes, he did.
All right. Well, thank you so much, sir.
He did.
Yes, he.
Now this fool.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You are so. Wait a minute. You are so lucky that I don't have the ability to adjust the playback speed, but I will run that back. Oh shit! I'm sorry. I didn't mean to run it back this far.
Get your bottle wash supply glass. And don't forget,
you can put it in your ass.
The people in the chat.
Let's take a look at this again.
All that shit. But let's get back to the fuck shit in Flint, because after we split on, the people kept exposing them, and one of those people was Linda Pendleton, and she got on your boy real bad, and he wasn't happy about it. So he came back with the fuck shit.
But I'm actually gonna bring one of my
random news,
and they're gonna explain to you all what our findings are as it relates to who we understand to be Linda Pendleton. Hey, and then I'm going to come back and tell you what we're going to do about it.
And I guess Goofy still doesn't understand that doxing is a crime. But here he goes incriminating himself again.
I am a investigator on the Investigate and Advocate team. And for that reason, I will withhold my identity.
More like he's a cosplaying Goofy out here making himself an accessory to a crime.
And so we have come to the conclusion that the person behind the Linda Pendleton page is a young lady by the name of Raquel.
No, I'm going to tell y'all who I think this nigga is. I'm going to say who I think he is. I'm not identifying him, but I'm going to say who I think he is. Do y'all remember when Jedidiah Brown got out of jail? He obviously wasn't arrested. I checked on that. But when he got out of jail from that fight he started with Andrew Holmes, there was a guy who came to the meeting the night before light-skinned, heavyset guy who said he came from Washington, D.C. or somewhere around there. And I was like, damn, you came all the way from Washington, D.C. to support Jedidiah Brown? And then the next afternoon, when Jedidiah Brown was released from police custody, although he was never arrested, he was in custody, that man was there. He's a heavy-set, light-skinned man. He looked like he don't walk very well, and he don't, he probably got sleep apnea, and he probably breathed like this at night. If you guys remember who that person was, just put a 1 in the chat.
Who was a former resident of Flint, Michigan.
And just like Sheena James and Burglary Blue, among others, your boy and his goofies are out here putting people's lives in danger.
She is a Trump supporter.
What the fuck does that have to do with anything?
Not shit.
Currently, she resides in... but it has been said that this young lady has dealt allegedly with some mental issues.
Anytime a female calls Jedidiah out on this bullshit, he always tries to claim they have mental issues.
It has been said by who? Because if all you did was Google some information and find this lady's name, mental health records are confidential. Okay? It has been said by who? Let's continue.
Like he did with his cousin when she accused him of molesting her son.
And then they exploited my very mentally ill cousin.
You are a stone cold diabolical liar.
Thank y'all for hitting that like button. I see you. Thank
He
you.
also claimed one of the residents of Dalton was mental when she exposed him.
Trina,
Yet another female your boy done got into it with.
I understand that she also has mental issues.
Now, he can't prove any of those women have mental issues, but we can 100% prove that he does.
And so for that, we are very strategic in how we are putting out this report.
Says the goofy that won't show his face because he knows he's breaking the law.
And so this individual is also someone who receives information from Liddell Lewis, and it is also understanding that she receives information from the Mayor Neely. And so what we're doing right now is we are confirming our findings. We're probably about the 70% in.
Meaning he's full of shit and he's just throwing a bunch of bullshit out there to keep his audience watching.
We're also going to filter it through some of our law enforcement partners and verify the IP addresses, verify the messages that have been transferred between herself and elected officials.
He didn't do any of that because if he went down there with a bunch of IP addresses, that would mean that the law was complicit in helping him dox people.
Yeah, that voice sound familiar.
We're monitoring something else.
Yep, you're right.
He meant to say he's doxing someone.
Chef PF25, you're right. Ah.
And if someone were to put his address out there, he'd be the first one claiming his life was in danger.
Trying to see if there's any criminality to this thing, and then we're going to get a higher level of authority to look into it to see if there may be criminal charge.
Hold on, y'all. I got to do something. These ignorant niggas be putting me to work. Hold on 1 second. They be putting me to work, honey. Hold on. Let me make sure I got this right. Did I do it? Hold on. Okay, that's a word. That's a word. I just had to make sure criminality was a word. He should know.
And that's what we're doing right now in the background.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much, sir.
Did this fool really just sashay off camera?
Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much, sir.
Show enough. Show enough. Show enough.
Doxing the people of Flint is just a perfect example of why people don't want him around. They knew he was going to do this shit before he even showed up. And he just did exactly what they said he was going to do.
He did.
Bring chaos,
He has a
lies,
pattern.
and rumors.
He has
like
a pattern.
This one right here.
No
He sees
education,
those
but a
bullshit
pattern.
information like this out there just to keep his audience watching.
So what it says is, this is from Jedidiah Brown from his Facebook, okay? It says, and he has 2 Facebook pages. One is Investigate and Advocate, or as we know it, Investigate and Lubricate. And this one is Jedidiah Brown. Me. This is what it says. I believe we found a clear trace to the election fraud in Flint, Michigan, overseen by Supervisor Gloria. The burden of proof lies on us, but I'm going to see this through. How many times has he said, I'm going to see this through? Okay. When the money dries up, so does Jedidiah Brown.
Like when he told everybody he had the inside scoop on Andrew Holmes going to jail.
Went on to say that he has inside scoop, that he knows himself that Andrew Holmes may be arrested and possibly.
Is that Burgundy Blue commentary? Is that who that is, Burgundy Blue commentary?
Possibly the mayor this week or before the next board meeting. We do not know that to be true. Jedidiah says he.
I know that voice anywhere. And Burgundy, I love you. You are so amazing to me, girl. I love it.
He has an inside
Keep it going.
And since none of that ever happened, you know Jedidiah was full of shit. And the people of Flint, they kept getting on.
Let's go over to Flint. There are people out there that are threatening my life.
So he ran his ass down to Flint, caused a bunch of
No, this was the one where he said God should kill us.
shit, and now he's on here playing victim. Classic Jedidiah. What a fucking goofy.
Everybody is not excited that I'm coming to help out in Flint, and that's okay.
Which is what happens in every single case he touches. And for all of you that are new to the channel, here you go.
Was funds available for this protest, and y'all say y'all got money left over. It might be about $2,000. I never knew how much it was in the first place.
That fund was going for them to get out of jail. That's what people were donating to. I got so many people inboxing me right now. That's where their money was supposed to go to. You did not tell the people that this Freedom Fund was going to actually help you eat, help you go travel here, help you get a hotel.
XJ, what the fuck he did? Nothing. He showed up for a protest. That's it.
Hold on. Wait. Y'all deserve to see that. Because that was a lot. That was a lot. Hold on. Y'all deserve to see that. Hold on. Let me take my face down for a second so we can go back and look. Because, yeah, y'all just... Wait, let's see him sashay one more time.
He meant to say he's doxing someone else. And if someone were to put his address out there, he'd be the first one claiming his life was...
And I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm not going to hold you. I am not going to motherfucking hold you because I'm a woman of integrity and I operate according to the law anywhere I go. I research the law everywhere I go and I operate that's why you've seen me on videos when I buy a grapefruit highball from the convenience store and you've seen me ask the lady, can I drink this outside? Is it all right if I drink this highball in public? And I've gotten permission. Okay. I have Jedidiah Brown's address. How you think they got the monkey? I have 5 addresses connected to Jedidiah Brown. I ain't never gave them to y'all. I got Beyonce's address. I ain't never gave it to y'all. I know other people that have Jedidiah Brown's address, and they've never given them to you guys because we operate in integrity. Show you how it's done, Jedidiah. And son.
The danger. Trying to see if there's any criminality to this thing, and then we're going to get a higher level of authority to look into it to see if there may be criminal charges against them, and that's what we're doing right now.
Carl Wilson. Shout out to Carl Wilson.
All right, well, thank you so much, sir.
Did this fool really just sashay off camera?
Okay. All right, well, thank you so much, sir.
Shout out to Miss Carl Wilson.
This goofy doxing the people of Flint is just a perfect example of why people don't want him around. They knew he was going to do this shit before he even showed up, and he just did exactly what they said he was going to do. Bring chaos, lies, and rumors. Like this one right here. You see, he throws bullshit information like this out there just to keep his audience watching. Like when he told everybody he had the inside scoop on Andrew Holmes going to jail.
Went on to say that he has inside scoop, that he knows himself that Andrew Holmes may be arrested and possibly the mayor this week or before the next board meeting. We do not know that to be true.
Never happened.
Jedidiah says he has an inside source.
And since none of that ever happened, you know Jedidiah was full of shit. And the people of Flint, they kept getting on.
Let's go over to Flint. There are people out there that are threatening my life.
So he ran his ass down to Flint, caused a bunch of shit, and now he's on here playing victim. Classic Jedidiah. What a fucking goofy.
Everybody.